Hi, my name is Maddie Rooney. I have my parents and my dogs in the audience with me today, and this is my persuasion speech. Caffeine, a socially accepted drug. 66% of all Americans consume caffeine on a daily basis. Associations 2022. Most everyone has either had caffeine before, is constantly consuming it, or knows someone with a caffeine addiction. Caffeine is everywhere, ranging from coffee, caffeinated teas, energy drinks, and cola products, and it is readily available to anyone who needs it without limitations. People enjoy caffeine because of the stimulant it sends to your central nervous system, which boosts your alertness throughout the day. This stimulus can cause negative effects on your body and your organ systems. Caffeine disrupts the sleep cycle, causes addictive behaviors, and impacts your organ systems. Given all of these wide-ranging effects that caffeine has on your body, we should be considering reducing or eliminating excessive consumption of caffeine as a society and individually. We should be striving to be informed and alert consumers of caffeine products. Caffeine consumption has serious negative effects on your sleeping patterns. Your sleep is controlled by a neurotransmitter called adenosine. Adenosine are neurotransmitters that control when you sleep. The more adenosine your body produces in a day, the more sleep you will need at night. Adenosine promotes the sleep drive or a person's need for sleep. Summers 2022. Caffeine counteracts the effect of adenosine by promoting a sense of wakefulness throughout your body. With caffeine interfering between major parts of your brain, you will achieve little to no sleep in a night once you've consumed caffeine. Sleep is super important for your body functionality. Without sleep, you will have little to no energy, your immune systems will not be functioning properly, you will be more irritable, and your brain will be foggy, and you will process and obtain very little information. The effects drugs have on a person's body lead to excessive consumption and addictive behaviors. Caffeine makes almost every American an addict. But what does it mean when someone says that caffeine is a central nervous system drug? Well, it is called that because caffeine sends a shock to your central nervous system that sends signals all throughout your body, which promotes wakefulness and alertness. Promoting that if you are tired and you drink caffeine, then you'll be awake, which leads to when I am tired, I drink caffeine. But if you do not drink this caffeine and you've been consuming it continually, that can lead to withdrawals. Withdrawals can look anything from headaches to irritability to no concentration, and at its worst, can mimic flu-like symptoms. Along with caffeine, there are other central nervous system drugs, which among these are cocaine, methamphetamine, and ecstasy. Now these are known as Class 1 illegal drugs. But then this raises the question, why is caffeine legal if other central nervous system drugs are illegal? The reason why is because caffeine only sends a smaller shock to your central nervous system. These other Class 1 drugs are known for their major addictive habits and their euphoric characteristics. But caffeine does not only affect your central nervous system, it also affects all of your organ systems, including your urinary systems, which can cause increased urination, which can lead to dehydration. It also affects your organ system, which controls the amount of bile that exits the body each day, which can either increase or decrease the amount of bile, which is very unhealthy. It can cause fertility issues between women if it's consumed early on in their life. It can also increase blood pressure, which many Americans already have a problem with today, which can also be coupled with the fact that many people drink energy drinks before they go out and exercise, which can increase your blood pressure and your heartbeat. If you drink caffeine, it can cause heart palpitations, which can be very serious and can even sometimes lead to death. The most common caffeine side effect is the caffeine jitters, which when amplified can lead to full-on anxiety. I am someone who has cut caffeine out of my morning routine because of the anxiety that it induced daily. Looking at these, there aren't any long-term positive effects of caffeine. Most of them are negative. So given all of these negative effects of caffeine on the body and the systems inside the body, it is seen that we need to reduce the intake to a healthy amount. But how do we do so? The best way is to wean off of the thing that is causing an addictive habit. In our case, it would be caffeine. Cold turkey leads to serious withdrawal symptoms, which is why it is better to just wean yourself off of it. A healthy habit to form is to track your daily caffeine intake. Small and consistent amount of caffeine are not harmful. Research shows that a healthy caffeine intake correlates with someone's body mass. So for example, a freshman in high school would not be safe to drink the same amount of caffeine as a middle-aged man. After tracking and comparing to see if you are maintaining a healthy intake and keeping your body out of harm's way, it can help you to continue on maintaining a healthy amount of caffeine. It is best to take small steps, whether that be not drinking as much soda in a day, or after you have your first cup of coffee, switching over to decaf just to have that change. The difference you will see long term in your body's functionality, your sleeping patterns, and your overall mood after cutting back or being aware and taking those steps of your caffeine intake will be positive and leave you feeling better overall. Caffeine, the most widely used stimulant around the world. With all of the research taken into consideration, it can be concluded that there are no long-term benefits to caffeine seen. It can even be concluded that the more caffeine you partake in, the more negative side effects your body goes through. Studies show that it is healthiest to maintain a low caffeine intake for the best capability of your body. The chemical reaction that caffeine sends throughout your body can cause your brain to rewire, making your thought process different, and can even rewire some of your organ systems. Caffeine is a socially accepted addiction. It should be everyone's priority to take care of their body, maintain their energy levels and their sleeping patterns without relying on caffeine to do it for them.